asked on my story what kind of things people would like to see. And I don't know if it was a suggestion, but I've decided it's a suggestion because I wanted to do it. I wanted to do a video on 5 things I think you should know before you apply to medicine, because from my experience the teachers didn't really know a lot about it, and like a lot of students can come in quite blind and it's really daunting because everyone just thinks, oh, medicine's really hard, it's impossible, you have no chance of getting in. So there are 5 things that I think you should know that'll help make it a little less scary, make your application a little more competitive. So the first thing that you have to come to terms with, like you need to learn it quickly, is that you're probably going to be rejected. Like, I got 2 offers and 2 rejections, which is just, that's a fact of life. Medicine is a competitive course. Like, the people who get 4 offers are few and far between, and there's more people who get 4 rejections. Like, and that's just something that's going to happen. But at the end of it, you only need 1 offer to get into medical school and become a doctor. So really, that's all you need to focus on, is getting 1 offer out of 4 and you'll be fine. The second thing that I think everyone should know is that grades are absolutely just the beginning of it. Like, everyone has good grades. You don't apply to medicine unless you think your grades stand a chance. Like, that's just how it works. So don't go in there thinking just because you've got 11 A stars at GCSE and like 3 A stars at AS level predictions or whatever that you're going to get an offer. Because like, they expect you have good grades, but they're not just going to automatically take you because of it. My GCSEs were like fine. I got 8 A stars and 3 A's, like they're good, but they're not 13 A stars, like perfect. And like, I was fine. Like, just because you have the top grades, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed an offer, and just because you don't have them, it doesn't mean you'll be rejected. Like, as long as you hit the minimums and it's fairly competitive, your grades are basically irrelevant. The third thing I think a lot of people don't realise when applying for medicine is that it's just a game. Like, you just have to play the game. Every university will have different criteria that it ranks you on. Like, there's a big document that has all the entry requirements, which I'll link in the description. But you should then go onto every single university's website and see what their selection criteria is, because it'll be completely different. And this is the point where you've got to look at the strong points of application and the weak points of your application. If you have really good GCSEs, then apply to a uni that ranks their applicants based upon their GCSEs. If you don't, then look for ones that maybe lean towards entrance exam scores, predictions for A-level, work experience, things like that. Like, there's all sorts of things that they'll mark you on. So you've really just got to play the game, and maybe you can't apply to your favourite uni, which is just a bit like tough luck, because you just need an offer. And like, medicine is one of the few degrees where it doesn't matter where you go, because at the end of the day, when you come to be ranked for F1, they don't look at the university you went to. So don't spend time panicking thinking, I have to get into Oxbridge or I have to get into a Russell group. Because a medical degree from a non-Russell group uni is basically worth the same as Cambridge, unless you're looking to go into research, which is a bit different, but let's just say for this purpose, you're not looking to do that, okay? Yeah. So yeah, just weigh up your application's strong points and weak points, and look for universities that focus upon the things you do well. Okay, so 4th thing I think you should know when applying for med school is that it doesn't matter what you've done, it matters what you've taken away from it. So I didn't really have a lot of clinical experience. I think I had like 1 week with a neurosurgeon. That was literally it. Everything else was care based, but it wasn't like clinical. But I think I still reflected really well on what I took away from all my placements, so it didn't matter where they were. I spoke about how dealing with children who were afraid to do things at Scouts had taught me the importance of patience. And like, you need to pick out characteristics from specific events, not just, I'm good because I did this. Yeah? And also specificity is really important. Don't just say, my time at Scouts taught me to be patient. Say, the time I spent 2 hours helping a child learn to climb taught me that patience is important, but it can be really useful when dealing with vulnerable people. Like, there's a big difference between those two things, and I think that's one of the things you really need to get good at doing in your personal statement, because you only have a limited number of characters and you have to demonstrate the characteristics that medical schools want to see. Okay, so the fifth and final thing that I think you should know is that applying to medicine is hard, but it's not impossible. Like, a lot of people look at it, especially if your grades aren't like straight A stars and you haven't got like perfect attention to exam source, they'll be like, oh, it's really hard though, are you sure? Like, do it anyway. Like, you have nothing to lose. You get a fifth option, which you can put as a backup course. You can go through clearing, you can reapply and take a gap year. You might as well apply for medicine and see what happens. Because hey, you might just get in. Like, tons of people do, even though a lot of people don't. And if you don't get in, reapply next year. Take a year out, do some work and reapply. Like, you might as well try. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully it was at least vaguely useful. It is only like my first video of this kind, so it probably wasn't great, but let me know if it helped, let me know what I could improve even, and yeah, I'll see you next time, maybe, if you decide to stick around.